Hi everybody, and welcome to another video. And today I will be making a video on Steve Bullock announcing his presidency and making an election prediction just to see if he would be able to beat Trump. And just looking at here, you could see that he has announced that he's going to be running. There's no way that he's actually gonna win the primaries. He was the former Montana Attorney General and the Montana Governor, and I'm just reading. Okay, so Medicaid expansion, he's for that, but I'm just gonna look at his policies right now. We just know that he's running, and we have abortion, and of course he's pro-choice, and but he did he vetoed 2 bills aiming at restricting late-term abortion, so endorsed by Planned Parenthood. Okay. So he is pretty big on abortion. He vetoed 2 late-term abortion restriction bills. And he does want campaign finance reform. Looking here. He advocated for maintaining Montana's century-old ban on corporate expenditures in elections and challenges the Citizens United decision in 2012 U.S. Supreme Court case, American Tradition Partnership Inc. versus Bullock. Wow, so he actually took them to court, and he steered the Disclose Act. So he is for finance reform, pretty good thing for him. And Bullock believes that the climate is real and humans contributed to it. Honestly, anybody who doesn't is not really the most intelligent person. But Montana became the first state to halt preparations for the Clean Power Plan when the United States Supreme Court announced a stay of the plan in February 2016. So that's I don't know about that. They halted preparations for the Clean Power Plan. I really don't know why. In September 2014, Bullock signed an executive order creating a habitat conservation plan for sage grouse and a bid to keep management of the imperiled bird in state hands rather than see it come under Federal Endangered Species Act's protections. The government said to the press, Montana recognizes that it is in our best interests as a state, its economy, and quality of life to maintain state management of the greater sage grouse. He did just do something that's more Republican. He just left it up to his state, but he is the governor, so it doesn't really matter. Looking at the Democratic Party, he endorsed Hillary Clinton in the general election, but expressed disagreements with Clinton's opposition to Call My Name because of its important industry in Montana, and did not attend the 2016 Democratic National Convention, citing his duties of governor of Montana. Bullock appeared to have stayed neutral during the 2016 Democratic Party presidential primaries. Bullock was chairman of the Democratic DJI in 2015, overseeing the election of Governor John Bel Edwards of Louisiana, a pro-life Southern Democrat who expanded Medicaid for more than 471,000 Louisianans Louisianans and reformed the state's criminal justice system after winning the governorship of a heavily Republican state. In 2015, Bullock expressed that there were roles for us all within the party, referring to liberal, moderate, and conservative Democrats alike. Bullock was just one of the 3 Democrats to win gubernatorial elections, one of whom, Jim Justice, is now a Republican in states that Trump carried in 2016. And the only incumbent Democratic governor to win re-election in the state that Trump carried, he was also one of the only Democratic incumbents aside of North Carolina's state auditor Beth Wood, North Carolina's Secretary of State Elaine Marshall, West Virginia State Treasurer John Perdue, and Pennsylvania Auditor General Eugene Pasquale to win re-election to statewide offices in states that Trump won in the 2016 presidential election. So that was just lots, but it shows that he is popular in Republican states. So he clearly isn't progressive. If he was progressive, he wouldn't be in office. So he's probably a centrist. That's probably what you could expect. He is probably that. He is for same-sex marriage. I don't want to go through that. And I'm just reading here. She supports DACA. He refused to deploy the National Guard troops to from Montana to the Mexican border. And yeah, he's probably just centrist. This guy has nothing to bring to the table except for being able to do well in the Republican states. So I don't know, his chances are pretty limited. But there is still hope for him. Let's look at what he can do. Bullock is probably going to take these states safely. Trump is not doing well here. Trump's approval rating is now at 6 minus the spread is minus 6.8%. He's at over 45% approval rating right now, which is pretty good for him. It's one of the highest spreads he's had in his presidency. Trump takes these states. Yeah, Trump takes these states. I have to be careful with what I fill in because a lot of states are going to be close. Okay, good. So, these are the safe states for Trump and Bullock. Bullock is gonna do really well in the Midwest. Okay, 1. He's gonna take his Montana in a likely margin. 2. I honestly see Heidi Heitkamp being his running mate. Heidi Heitkamp is gonna be his running mate. I just could tell it. And just by that, North Dakota is going to go to Bullock. South Dakota, I don't see that going to Bullock. I see that staying in Trump's column. Same thing with Kansas and Nebraska. Well, I think that Bullock would take Nebraska because of his Midwestern appeal. So I guess he'd take that. Montana would be Minnesota would be likely because of the Midwestern appeal again. And New Hampshire is also like that northern part. I could see him take it. Same thing with Maine at large. I just see Bullock taking more Democrats. And I'd see him take Maine's the second congressional district, because Trump's not doing really well there. I could just see Trump losing in a lot of states, especially against Bullock, because of how he is good with Republicans and a lot with independents, which is why I do see Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania going to Trump. Trump could still win, but he has to win almost every state. But Bullock is going to take Colorado. But now we'll just get into some Trump states. Texas, that's likely. I don't really see Bullock doing well here. He's going to do okay. Same thing with Louisiana and Mississippi. In Missouri, you could see it going likely as well. And in South Carolina, it's going to be under 15%. He's going to give Trump a tough time in these states. In states like Indiana, he's going to do pretty badly, but he's going to survive. Bullock I'm not going to fill that in yet because it will decide the election. Virginia, yeah, that will decide the election. Bullock will take Virginia, making him the next president if he wins the primary, which he won't. I do see Bullock taking Nevada and Iowa and Ohio. All these, Iowa and Ohio are Iowa is more like rural, and he will do well with rural voters. He could swing a lot of independent voters in these states, and Trump, right now with the stocks and the tariffs and all that, it's not looking good with the economy as much. So I could see Bullock taking Iowa and Ohio. The last few states are kind of hard. Bullock isn't the most southern person, but if he is able to make these states competitive, I do see North Carolina going to Bullock, and Georgia, and Florida. All three of these states are going to Bullock. He does have a southern appeal, even though he's from Montana. Both of them are pretty conservative parts of the country, the Midwest and the South, but at the same time, he can still take these states. He is great with the swing voters and with the Republican voters. If not, how was he able to help Jamal Edwards, and how is he able to win re-elections in Montana in a Trump year? So, Arizona, the last state, honestly, Bullock as being a regular liberal and just opposing Trump on the wall is just gonna get him Arizona pretty in a tilt margin. So I think that is it for now. Bullock 381, Trump 157. This is not gonna happen. Trust me. Bullock will not win. But just think about this. If he wins a primary, he's gonna have more name recognition. He's gonna get some Biden voters. I don't know. He's just gonna be a good president. It would be nice to see him president. I'm not supporting him. I already have my support in several candidates. It's really hard to decide on one. Since Mike Gravel isn't aiming to run for president, but he is, I'm not going to be supporting him, but I do support his stances and will cheer him on the Democratic debates. And that leaves me with Bill Weld. I would like him, but he's just too anti-Trump for a Republican. I don't really like that in him. Howard Schultz would be really good if he ran, but he isn't running right now. So I guess my three choices for right now are Trump, Biden, and Buttigieg. So today I'm gonna give Trump a rating, how close he is to winning, or like what his percentage is. And today's one is 42%. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.